Hello my dear students, how are you? Students, you are most welcome in this next video. This is the video series of chapter number 3, Plant Kingdom. Students, I made only one video of this chapter. So if you didn't watch that video, you can go to the playlist of 11th class and watch from there. So students, in last video we have discussed about the different type of classification system of plant. So now in this video we are going to discuss about the types of taxonomies and algae. So you know in the classification we have discussed the Bentham and Hooker's classification. That was they categorized all plants into these categories: algae and bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. So we will start the first category of algae. First category of plant, that is algae. Okay, so here we will discuss algae, but before it we will discuss about the types of taxonomy. Do you know, students, we have discussed very detail about the taxonomy. So what is taxonomy? Taxonomy, it is the branch of biology which deals with the nomenclature, identification, classification of living organism. Okay, so this is the taxonomy. So now we are going to discuss that what are the different types of taxonomy. So here we will study about 3 types of taxonomy. What they are? First is what? First one is numeric taxonomy. Numerical taxonomy. Okay, so what does it mean? Numerical taxonomy. Numerical taxonomy is the branch of taxonomy which record all the data in the numerical form, just number and codes of the plants which are classified and identified. So number of the plants can be recorded in the form of numerical data as well as computerized data. Okay, so we can store the computerized data or the different information of plants in the form of number as well as in the form of codes for further processing. So this branch of taxonomy is known as the numerical taxonomy. Got it? So this is the numerical taxonomy, students. Next one is cytotaxonomy. Cytotaxonomy. So what does it mean? Cytotaxonomy. This is the branch of taxonomy in which we differentiate the plant or we record the information about the plant on the basis of number of chromosome, structure of chromosome and size of chromosome. So different types of cellular component, or we can say the nuclear component. These are the basis of this type of taxonomy, cytotaxonomy. Cyto is the term you know very well. That cyto means it is derived from the cell. Cyto term, it comes from cell. So it is related with the cell. So cellular organization and the number of chromosome, sizes of chromosome. So these are the basis of this type of taxonomy. Okay, so this is cytotaxonomy. Next one, this is second number, and next one is third one. So this is third one. It is chemotaxonomy, or we can say chemotaxonomy or chemical taxonomy. Or chemotaxonomy, it is the branch of taxonomy in which we study or we differentiate or classify the plant on the basis of which the cellular or chemical constituent of the living organism. Okay, just like different types of chemicals, proteins, carbohydrates, amino acids, hormones and enzymes are found in different types of plants. On these basis we classified the plants in different category. So this is the taxonomy is known as chemotaxonomy. Got it? So friends, these are the 3 taxonomy we have discussed. So these are the 3 types of taxonomy. Got it? So friends, in normal exam it can also be asked that what is numerical taxonomy, cytotaxonomy and chemotaxonomy. And NEET and AIIMS exam. In NEET and AIIMS exam also you can see these type of questions. Got it? So friends, these are the types of taxonomy. Let's discuss our next topic, that is the algae. So here let's discuss about the algae. Algae. Do you know, students, algae is the first category, or we can say it is the smaller or the simpler form of plants. Algae are mainly aquatic, marine in nature. They can also found in fresh water, and they also present on the moist surface, just like the moist rock surface and moist soil surface. So at these places also algae is found. So first we will discuss the characteristics of algae. Characteristics of algae. What are the characteristics of algae? Dear students, characteristics of algae, first we will discuss about the habitat. What is habitat of the algae? Habitat, do you know what is habitat? Habitat, it is the place, or it is the geographical area or the environmental area at which the living beings are exist. So habitat of algae. So you know, algae can exist in marine habitat or marine habitat. Next, freshwater habitat, and moist surface at moist surfaces. Got it? So these are the habitat of different types of algae. Students, you know, in marine habitat the algae are found, they are bigger and the largest algae. Okay, in freshwater habitat these are the common algae we can found in any pond water or any brackish water which is filled up at any place. Okay, so this is the habitat of algae. Next one, the organization or body organization. So let's discuss about it. What is the body organization of algae? Dear students, body organization, you know, this is the simpler form of the plant. That is why it has not the differentiated body, that not leaves, roots and stem. These type of structures are absent in the algae. So undifferentiated body is known as the thallus. That is why I told you that in earlier video, one category is Thallophyta, means all the plant categories which are including that one. So these all have the undifferentiated body known as the thallus. So thallus body is present, that is why it is included in the Thallophyta. So first we are discussing about the Thallophyta. So thallus body is thalloid. Body is thalloid. Do you know? Thalloid body, it is filamentous, it is unicellular, multicellular. Okay, unicellular, multicellular, may be both the types of filamentous so unicellular, multicellular, both the type of filamentous and branched. Okay, so body may be unicellular, multicellular. Unicellular body, ball box, it is the example of unicellular alga which have the unicellular body. Okay, multicellular, different type of multicellular, just like Spirogyra, Ulothrix, Ectocarpus, Sargassum. These are the different name of the algae which are multicellular and filamentous. Filamentous, just like Ulothrix, Spirogyra you have studied in 10th class. Spirogyra have the filamentous body, just thread like structure. So it is the filamentous body. Okay. Next here, student, do you know that all the algae had two type of form. What has two type of form? Colonial or singular. Okay, so they may present in the colony, just like different alga are just in the group. This is known as colony. but they may also separated or in the single form. Okay, so here their cell wall, you know, cell wall is made up of cellulose, pectin, algin. So these are the substances which make the cell wall of algae. Got it? Student, do you know they are slimy in nature? Algae, most of the algae, they are marine or they are aquatic in nature. So these algae have the slimy body. So this is slimy substances secreted by the plant body is known as the gelatin. Okay, so gelatin is secreted by the plant body. So this is body organization of the plant. One more thing I want to tell you, that body is categorized or body is divided into different parts. What these are? Body is divided into hold fast. Hold fast. What is it? We will discuss later. Hold fast, stipe, and frond. So these are three main important terms, students. Many of the time these are asked in your exam. What is frond? What is stipe? What is hold fast? Okay. So let's discuss here what these are. Suppose this is one algae. Okay, so I am drawing the structure of a algae. This is suppose an algae. Okay, and here this is the thalloid body. This is known as the frond. Frond is attached with the base with the help of the stalk-like structure. This is stalk-like structure known as the stipe. And this is the base by which it is attached on the surface of rocks or any other surface or substratum. This is known as hold fast. Hold fast. Okay. So you are looking here that this is hold fast, stipe and frond. Suppose it is asked, suppose it is asking that what is frond? The frond is the uppermost part of the algae which perform the photosynthesis process because it is green in color. Stipe, it is the stalk-like structure which provide the support or the base for the frond. And stipe, it is the connecting link between the frond and hold fast. Hold fast, it is the basal portion or it is the last portion of the algae which attached with the substratum. Substratum means any surface on which algae can attach. Okay. So hold fast, it is the base of algae which is attached on the surface of any type of substrate. Okay. So this is about the body organization. Let's discuss more. So dear students, now let's discuss about the reproduction. What is reproduction and which type of reproduction is performed by the algae? So dear students, you know, in 10th class you have studied about the reproduction process in plants. So we have studied about the different types of reproduction: vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So here these three types of reproduction are found in algae. So these all three types of reproduction: vegetative, asexual and sexual reproduction. Okay, so these all three type of reproductions are found in algae. So what is the vegetative reproduction? Students, you have studied in 10th class what is fragmentation. Fragmentation, it is very common most example of the asexual reproduction occurs in what? Algae. And which algae? In which algae you have studied? Spirogyra. So Spirogyra was the algae in which you have studied the vegetative reproduction. Sorry, this one is fragmentation. Sorry, fragmentation is the part of asexual reproduction. Got it? So vegetative reproduction, it is the reproduction, suppose any part of the algae which can be capable to produce the new individual is known as the vegetative reproduction. Okay, vegetative part of the plant. Vegetative part, what are the vegetative part? Except the reproductive part, all the part of plant are known as the vegetative part. Okay, so vegetative part of the plant participate in the reproduction process or can be capable to produce the new organism. This process is known as the vegetative reproduction. Got it? Next, asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction may happen with the help of spores. Asexual spores. Asexual spores. So asexual spores are may aplanospore, spores and zoospores. Spores. Got it? So what is aplanospore? Aplanospores are the spores which are non-motile, means they don't have the flagella to move. That is why these are known as the aplanospore, zoospore. Just you are looking the zoo bird, it is related with animal. That is why zoospores are the spores which have the flagella and can move from one place to another place. So this is known as the zoospore. So these are the motile and non-motile spores which are asexual spores, because they are formed by asexual method or spore formation you have studied in 10th class. So asexual reproduction is occurs in the algae. So these algae perform the asexual reproduction by spore formation. Spore formation occurs at the portion of algae which is known as the sporangia, or you can say the cell of algae which form the different types of spores is known as the sporangia. Got it? So here this is asexual reproduction occurs in algae. Next one is the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, it is of three types. What are these three types? Here one is isogamous, anisogamous. Next one is oogamous. So these are three types of sexual reproduction occurs in algae. Got it? What is isogamous? Iso term. Students, I am telling you the trick to remind the words in biology. What is iso? Iso means the same or similar. Iso means similar, gamous means the fusion. When two gametes fused which are similar in the morphology and physiology. What is the morphology? Morphology, it is the external structure of or external appearance of the anything is known as the morphology or living being. Okay, so external appearance of the living being is known as the morphology. Okay, and physiology, what is the physiology? Physiology is the way of mechanism to work. Okay, the way of mechanism to work is it is known as the physiology. Okay, so when two gametes, male and female gametes, are similar in morphology and physiology and they fuse to form zygote, this is known as the isogamous type of sexual reproduction. Got it? And the fusion of these two gametes is known as the isogamy. Isogamy. Got it? So isogamy, it is the fusion. Isogamous, it is the type of reproduction. Which type of reproduction? Sexual reproduction. Got it? So where does it occur? It mainly occur in what? Chlamydomonas. Okay. So anisogamous or anisogamous type of sexual reproduction. N means absent. Iso means similarity. When similarity between two male and female gametes is absent and they fuse to form gamete, this term is known as the anisogamous sexual reproduction. Got it? So here suppose the gametes are fused. These are similar in structure, okay, and physiology. Here anisogamous, they may different in structure, okay, like this one. So here oogamous, this is most important and many times it is asked in 11th and 12th class also. So what is it? This is when one smaller gamete which have flagella. One smaller gamete which has flagella. Which type of gamete? This is the male gamete. So it is the symbol of male gamete. So this is male gamete is smaller and motile. Motile means which can move. Okay. So when the male gamete is smaller and motile due to the presence of flagella, fused with another larger and non-motile. This is larger one and non-motile. Non-motile means it has not flagella, that is why it cannot move. It is the female gamete. So this is the symbol of female gamete, symbol female and male. So a smaller motile male gamete fused with larger non-motile female gamete. This type of sexual reproduction is known as the oogamous sexual reproduction. Okay, and the process of fusion is known as the what? Oogamy. Oogamy. Got it? So this is oogamy. Oogamy. This is anisogamy. This is isogamy. So these are three ways to reproduce algae. Okay. Next. So these are the methods of reproduction in algae. Next one is the economic importance. Economic importance. So what is the economic importance? Students, do you know economically algae are very, very important. How? Because many of the algae are edible in nature and they are edible for the human as well as for the cattle. So food and fodder of the cattle may some algae. So here economic importance, some algae secretes what? Secretes the laminarin and agar and gelatin. Okay. So these are the substances secreted by the different algae. So these algae secrete this laminaria secrete laminarin, agar secreted by the gracilaria and gelidium, gelatin is secreted most of the algae by the most of algae. So these three substances are used. At where laminaria is used in toothpaste, ice cream formation, and agar it is used in the ice cream formation as well as in the culture media, formation of culture media. You have studied in 10th class tissue culture method of artificial vegetative propagation. So in tissue culture agar is used. So that agar it is extracted from the algae. Gelatin it is also make some glue like substances. So gelatin. So these are the substances. Some algae are used as the fodder, food and fodder are obtained from the algae, just like sargassum ectocarpus. So these are the algae or example of the algae which are used as the food and fodder for the cattle. Okay, so this is another importance or economic importance of algae. Next one, algae like salad or we can say the sea salad. Sea salad are the algae which are used for the food material or as a salad. Okay, so these are the economic importance of algae. Students, I think this is, we have discussed about the algae, first habitat, body organization, reproduction and economic importance. Many of the questions are asked in NEET and AIIMS exam also, as well as your exam. Okay, so it's enough for today's video. We will discuss about the algae or the classification of algae in next video. So thank you for watching this video, students. Share my YouTube channel among your friends and also subscribe. Thank you.